approximately $51.55. What? But the game sells us with $59.99. Damn! Japanese! How dare you sell the games in Japan cheaper than the US, than the outside? What? Japan! So, if you didn't know, there is this stupid, very dishonest news or drama going on around with a Korean creators trying to frame Japan, charging people in a different price based on their race. So there is this Korean guy and a Chinese girl named Wei. The Korean guy is Choi or something like that make the channel CKOOONY. And I think the Chinese girl has her own channel as well, which is called like On My Way or something like that, because her name is Wei or something like that, right? Pretty cool, pretty good concept, right? On My Way, and then it's like a travel vlog or whatnot, if that is what they do. But this is a very dishonest video that they did with this restaurant, that they tried to claim that this restaurant did a different pricing for a different kind of customer, which is they have an English menu and a Japanese menu that have different prices on top. And I will say one thing, yeah, they do have it, but the truth will reveal, and you guys will get to the bottom of it, that you guys will know, oh, so that's why the price are different. So what really happened is this Korean guy brought her friend around Kyoto trying to get into a restaurant. Most of the restaurant during that time rejected them. If you watch his video, you'll probably see it, right? A lot of the restaurant rejected them because I think probably one thing is they have camera. Second thing is that they're kind of sus. That's just what it is. So until this restaurant, a very good, cool restaurant named Takasegawa Kuryo. Okay, Takasegawa Kuryo. So this restaurant, right, Takasegawa Kuryo, like welcomes them to the restaurant, right? They welcomes them to the restaurant, and they went in and they sit down in the restaurant and give them a very cool on the side kind of sit. And let me tell you one thing, the restaurant in Kyoto, like especially restaurants like this, these are not really like fine dining, but they're not like that fancy kind of like dining kind of restaurant. And from the menu that I can see on this type of restaurant, like very traditional Japanese restaurant, is that Japanese menu tend to have a lot of Japanese wording in like calligraphy, like style of writing, right? A very traditional kind of way. And the English menu is gonna be very much more easier to read and much more like simplified type of menu and whatnot. And mostly in the Japanese menu, they don't really have pictures, maybe like a first page or second page, or like the thing that they really want to show out people. They will have like a photo of the food or whatnot. But mostly it's just wording and wording and wording. So this is the number one point. Then the second thing is the English menu will have like pictures, we have price, and everything is simplified. They will just show everybody like that's what you have to pay, that is what the price is, right? Because it's made for foreigners, it's made for people who doesn't understand Japanese language itself. So what really happened here is they sit down, they were provided with the English menu because it's very obvious that they are like from outsider, because you just can say "Irashaimase, 1名様ですか? 2名様ですか? And then when you say two you're not like 2名です you're not like 2人です or if you didn't say something like that, of course it's like, oh, okay, now they know that you are a foreigner, so they will provide you with the English menu if the restaurant have an English menu. And for example, this restaurant itself, it did have an English menu, and that is what they provided with them. And they were like having like, you know what? Oh shit, let's start doing our work. From what I understand is these guys, they've been in Japan for quite some time. They probably understand a lot of the Japanese stuff a bit, right? They understand how it works. That's what I will assume, right? Maybe they don't. I don't really know, because that's like just my assumption. This is just my personal assumption. Like, is that why you have this ill intent getting into here and try to abuse this thing to make a video that goes like controversial or something like that? So what they did is they asked for the Japanese menu, and the Japanese menu, the waitress was like talking to them and says, can you guys read Japanese, because the whole menu is in Japanese, right? It's just trying to explain to them But it's very obvious in the video itself. They're trying to make her look like a very racist like lady or whatnot, and they're trying to make like she kind of don't want to show them the Japanese menu because of like oh the price is different, so they don't want to show or something like that. The way that they edit the video is that kind of way, very ill intent editing, like a very heavy edit. If you watch the video, you would know the editing goes all over, right? So the thing was that the Japanese just trying to confirm to them, because the way the Japanese write menu is very different than the way that the English menu is. For example, let me just show you right now. This is the Japanese menu from this restaurant itself, Takase Kuryo. Right? If you check it out, you will see the menu and you say oriori, so that's the menu, right? So this is their famous like meibutsu. This is their popular thing, which is their handmade tofu and their sozui, which is like a porridge kind of thing, right? And then you got this shironegis, pork, probably nabe or something like that, and they also got like another toro nabe. Holy shit, why is it so many toro? Ugh, maybe that's because it's like, you know, winter time. So wait, this is for winter time, so it's not now, I guess. But you can see like this is the menu and this is the price around here. And here's the thing, right? If you see, this is this price, this is this tofu price. So now let me show you the course price. This is the course price, right? This is the course price from the course area. And we're gonna see like the whole course here. What do they have? What is the price? This is the price for this food right here. And this is, if you want it to be a different kind of meat, it will be this price. And if you want it to be different, it will be different price. And then this is the rules. This is how they write. This is like, this is a price for one person. This is a price for one person. And this is a price for, but we only accept order minimum 2 person. So which means if you go there by yourself, you can't eat this unless you order for the 2-person price or something like that, right? The 2-person portion. So that's basically what it is. So that is the price, and this is the course menu. Then this is how they make their pricing. This is a person of one price, minimum 2 person. This is a price for one person, right? This is a price for one person, but minimum you need 2 person in order to order this. So those are the price. And now let's look at the English menu. So this is how the English menu looks like, right? It's like 8,000 plus. Whoa, why is it so expensive? Whoa, damn. But then now they have this like per person thing, right? They got this per person thing, right? If you see that per person thing, right? Now they would do it this way. I'm not sure whether if they actually change it or not, but they claim that the price is different. So let's look at the price of the food again. Like for example, this tofu right here, right? This is 1,680 yen. This is the price, and the same thing goes with this is the tofu and this is the price. So it's basically the same price. It's basically the same price that you can see right here. So here is the part where they actually claim that this is another speculation, because I'm not there to see the restaurant. I'm not there to really compare the menus and whatnot. So I'm not pretty sure what I can actually say. But this is basically what it is being shown, right? Like this is like, oh, 1,450, right? And then they say, oh, but the price here is 2,900. So in order, if you calculate this is, you know, please eat for 2 people. Do you see this? Do you see this? Because why? This is a 2 people portion. This is a 1 like per person meal. And then this is like 2人前から受けたまわります. So that's what it says there. We will accept this from 2 person. So the price becomes 2,900. Do you get it? Like, so this is the thing. When the waitress asks them, do you understand Japanese? It is obviously they don't. Because if they know how to read Japanese, they will understand this. If they are in Japan for a very long time, they somewhat understand how the Japanese work, how the system work. This is a obvious ill intent way for them to actually, you know, use. They were like, oh, this is what we can do. That's like one way, right? This is a very like, you know, strong allegation, I would say, but at the same time, even though if that's not the case, they're just spreading misinformation to other people that claim, oh, they have a double pricing and whatnot, this is a bad thing, look at the price. So this is that video right here, right? I don't really want to show too much, but this is exactly what happened. And then I don't know what all this Korean word says, but you know, this is basically that is the dude, right? They have the camera and stuff, and this is the menu, and as you can see, everything is in Japanese. Everything is in Japanese, right? Like, you know, everything is in Japanese. So you need to understand how to read a Japanese menu before you even try to compare it to one by one, because that's not even the case. That's how I say it's very, very, very ill intent. Like the way that they don't really understand the menu, and you know, like everything looks like the same kind of way. Every prices look the same kind of prices. If you find this salmon, do they have the salmon thing in the Japanese menu? I don't think people really eat that much, but let me see here. Shake, this is the sashimi. This is the sashimi area. This is Seiryu salmon sashimi. Seiryu sashimi. あれは生そば。Seiryu. This is not. This is. I don't think they even have the menu right here, because the people look at how different the menu, man. Look at how different. What food do they eat? Like this is what appeals to foreigners, right? You look at this, you'll be like, oh yeah, sure, why not? But you look at this, you'll be like, do you want to eat that? Do you want to eat that? I want to eat that, because you know I'm do you want to eat that? Like, you know, I'm like, you know, I'm kind of Japanese, so you know that's. Oh shit, I said it. You know, those meals. Ooh. But yeah, it's very obvious that the way that they design the menu is very different, right? Because they know what appeals to the customer, right? This is the kind of menu that people want from the English, like, you know, like foreigners or whatnot. Unless you really want to eat like the authentic Japanese food, then yeah, these are the meal that you're gonna get. It's just like a bunch of tofu, a bunch of sashimi, and a bunch of like some miso, some shoga, some raw or boiled, like, you know, brinjals or eggplant, like whichever you guys want to call it, like this kind of like yasai, you know, like asadore yasai, which is super fresh. Ooh, kyo no kodawari asadore yasai. So yeah, I just feel like this is very, you know, like this is very obvious that the way that they actually decided to make the whole video is really, really, really dishonest, right? It's a very dishonest kind of video, and that's why I decided to make a video and just yap about it and just talk about it a little bit, because it's very obvious that's literally what is really happening here. But we can't really actually know for sure on the menu that they actually have that during time, because the menu that I have, you know, to be fair, the menu that I have right now, it's all the internet menu that I can see, right? But from what I see, that is how the price is. I think this is the one, right? This is the one. This is the one that we saw in the post just now. Like this price right here. All right, this is the one. 145, and you need to eat from 2 people. At least 2 people, translate, right? Wait, what? I have to agree to shit? I'm sorry. Translate, you know, that's what it is, okay? You gotta order it from 2 people. That's why, in order to avoid confusion for the foreigners, they already calculated in it. So that's the price, right? For those per person, this is per person price. They will put the per person price there. So let me go and check this out. So let's say this sukiyaki popular thing. This is the price for it, right? Per person is this much. If that's the cost menu. Let's just go and see final thing with the cost menu on the sukiyaki thing. So this is sukiyaki cost menu. This is the kurogyu. This is not the kurogyu. This is wagyu. Kurogyu. This one? Wagyu. Don't they have that same menu? Kujo negi to kuroge wagyu. Kujo negi. Is there even a Kujo negi stuff? I think the set is different. That's why it's a totally different kind of menu. I feel like because the Japanese menu have like a lot of stuff that they just assume maybe it's not suitable for like foreigners or something like that. Not pretty sure. This is the premium Wagyu 7,000 plus. If you added that 7,000, but that is not this menu. Like the cost menu is different. It's really different. It's very obvious that the way that they have the meal is a different meal from the English menu. But they do claim that you can order anything you want. All right, you know, like you know, it's not restricted. That's what I'm trying to say, right? So yeah, I guess the course menu is a bit different. So that's why the price is different as well. Because it's a different kind of price. But if you, then again, it's still the same thing. If you can't read Japanese, you can't really compare, like, you know, what do they really have? Is it like a different thing? Is it like the same stuff? Like, the thing about, like, you can see the dessert right here, right? The 500 yen matcha, or like the drink, right? 500 yen drink, 500 yen. This is the English menu. But if you see like the Japanese menu, from what I remember just now that I saw, and I wanted to make a point out of this, is that, oh sorry, this is the drink, right? This is the drink. This is the Japanese menu for the drink. And if we go to here, we will have like tea. Where is my matcha tea? So that's sour, that's mutor. And I think this is soft drink. Wait, you don't have tea around here? This is just soft drink. Oolong cha? Oolong cha 390 yen. Oolong cha 390 yen. Okay, but add on with the tax is 430. So they don't need the tax. What is this? Yuzu tea 550 yen. Yuzu tea. Yuzu soda. Yuzu tea 600 yen. I mean, like the Japanese probably pay much more. The Japanese pay more actually. The Japanese pay more. Where this is the dessert though. Okay, sorry about that. Soft drink, highball, Toro. That's the thing. I can't find the. This is sour. These are all alcohol that Japanese love. That's just what it is. That's just the course that Japanese love. Okay, this is the matcha ice thing. Matcha ice, 550 yen. Matcha ice, 500 yen. Dude, even the dessert is cheaper. 550 yen for the Japanese, bro. And then they got like matcha ice, 600 yen. It's much more expensive, like 100 yen. What are you guys complaining about? Well, guys, that's just what I'm trying to say, right? Do not trust everything you see on the internet. Do not trust me as well. I'm just making a video right here. You know, I'm on the side. I'm kind of biased. I'm on the side, on the Japanese side on this one. I'm not pretty sure what you guys think about this, but that's exactly what I feel. Okay. Nonetheless, it is what it is. If you guys, I don't know, enjoyed the video or whatnot, drop a like and subscribe if you guys want more something like this. You know, just subscribe to the channel, right? Like the video. That's just what I'm talking about. And I will see you guys again on the next one. Drop what you think about it down into the comment. You know, we gotta do all that, yada yada, you know, whatever, like content creator shit, I guess. We'll see you guys again on the next video. But seeing ya, 550 yen, give it to me right now.
Just like desert missing the rain, I really wanna meet you now, but I know that I can't. 何をしてもお前は in my head どこにいてもそこでお前の high yeah I'm just like